Hello everyone, it's Ethan from the Orlando Tours. Today is Friday, May 24th, and we're back here at Universal Orlando for the third time this week. We were here yesterday to check out the brand new tribute store. We were here on Tuesday for a very early preview of the new DreamWorks land. And today, we're not only discussing DreamWorks land as we have a pass holder preview, but we're mainly going to be talking about Halloween Horror Nights. They've announced 6 original houses. They're announcing the 6th one like literally right now for the week. So here we go. Let's head right into the park. So yeah, as we were entering under the arch, we just checked and we just got our 6th original house announcement, which is 6 houses so far announced for the HHN season. So we're going to talk about that once we get into the park. But first, we're actually going to check out DreamWorks Land. We're actually like an hour late for our pass holder preview, but we're going to see. I'm assuming they'll still let us in because we got a pass holder reservation for the event. And also, it's Memorial Day weekend, so it's very busy here at the parks. It wasn't as busy yesterday, but it's a Friday, so it's the start of the weekend. As we head down the street over here, we have a thing where you can actually be featured in the tribute store. The new one's right over there. We're gonna show you guys that in just a minute. But over here, there's some HHN merch that came out. This merchandise came out 1 week ago, last Friday, when they made their first original house announcement of the year. And now we have 6 of them. So this is really cool to see this new merch design. Shirt is $35, there's nothing on the back of it. And then we also have this from the first announcement where they announced tickets and dates. They have black and orange variant of the shirt. And we also have some hats, and we had some Turvises left over yesterday. They might have been sold out of them now. But yeah. As far as the tribute store goes, we're actually gonna pop in there real quick to see a couple things that I missed yesterday. And there was a huge line yesterday, and we're not going to give you guys a full tour of this today. Definitely check out yesterday's video for a detailed look in the store and a very in-depth look at everything the store has to offer. We're just going to show you guys like one of the rooms in here. A lot of Easter eggs here right before you head in the store. It's much quieter in here than it was yesterday. You see a lot more of those details, but the arcade room is my favorite room in the store. The vibes in here are amazing. Feels like you're in an arcade. We have the classic carpet and stuff. It's just beautiful. Man, this room is worth the visit in this tribute store alone. And then there's so much amazing merch, and we haven't even shown you guys what's in the final room. We're gonna save that for you guys, for you to check on your own. Make sure you check out yesterday's video. Here's a little sneak peek though. Amazing stuff in here. Also, look at how cute this Jaws mug is. This is cool. Now we're gonna make a pit stop at DreamWorks Land. Check out, we were just there a few days ago, but we're gonna see what has changed since our last visit. They've been making some improvements the last few days, and we're also going to film some more content for the social media pages here, and then we'll get some Halloween Horror Nights. We'll go in depth about the stuff, and we'll show you a sneak peek at some construction too. Also, just yesterday the walls came down around the Central Park viewing area for the water show, which is one of the new offerings this summer. We made a whole video on all the new offerings this summer, and we also briefly talked about some of them in yesterday's video as well. We're not going to go in depth with that today though. As we head towards DreamWorks Land, we have a new ET signage, and they've redone the bathrooms as well over here. And yeah, it was team member preview the other day. They were able to bring guests, but as you can see, pass holder preview today. Let's head in. And these pass holder previews are going on until Monday. Make sure you sign up when they drop things like this in the future so you don't miss out on events like this. Over here we have meet and greets at the front of the land. We have the swamp snacks, which we actually tried to Shrexel the other day. Once again, if you want an in-depth look at DreamWorks, check out my video from the other day. We're just briefly going to take a look around here and check out some stuff. We might even do a ride or so while we're here for a little bit. Over here at the new Shrek Swamp Hut, you can actually meet Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey. We only met Shrek and Donkey. Only Shrek and Donkey were out just now. And we have some water play things over here. And some of the water stuff are actually turned off. These weren't on during my visit the other day either. But this whole land is in technical rehearsals right now. It's in a preview stage. It's not officially open, so they are making tweaks and changes to this whole land, and they're trying to make it the perfect experience for the guests. So eventually we'll see these water features turned on. I'm excited to use those little water blasters. As you can see, we have new umbrellas in the area. More shade has been added. Pinocchio is really fun to interact with. He has the fact shack. He tells facts, but they're actually lies. We're gonna head up into this play structure, and I think the water blasters are actually working today. So we're gonna actually go see if they are. I want to go play with them because they were not working the other day. He's actually using the water blasters, so I'm about to use the water blaster. It's really fun. It's kind of actually hard to push the button. It doesn't push very far, but it's squirting. And it looks actually, it's really fun. You could splash all the kids in the water area. What's good is you can't really move the gun past the water area. So if you don't want to get wet, you can just walk around. But yeah, the guns are really fun to shoot around. The blasters, the shark swamp. This is super fun. And the view from up here is amazing. The rest of the park, you get some good views of the land over here and the roller coaster, of course. There's actually lots of fun stuff in this area. There's actually the fart slide here, the poop slide. We're not going to go in right now. There's actually like a sensor. You know, you can see the laser there. Once you cover it, poop sounds start playing at the bottom. So it's really neat. Yeah, when you go through, it plays really fun fart sounds. And yeah, roller coaster it looks amazing. We rode it 10 times the other day. This whole area is ADA accessible. As you see, we have a whole ADA ramp over here. There's so many different lights all around the area. I've not been able to see this whole land at night, but I can't wait to see it at night. Let's see the roller coaster go by a little bit. Love the views of the roller coaster. I love all the physical theming along the area, and not only do we have shade in the land, but we have little shade structures that are brand new. So they definitely listening to guest feedback so far. And yeah, this slide is just super funny. One of the big noticeable things that were not open last visit was this Trolls Treats stand where you can get these Trolls ice cream. And I can't eat ice cream, so we're not going to be getting any of it today, but we'll show you the menu. They have a Brozone Berry and a Popalicious Pink. $7.49 for each of them. And they're vegetarian friendly. So I love the theming on the snack stand, and I mean, it looks delicious, and you can get different beverages as well. You can get a Shrexicle, which is green sour apple, or you can get a donkey one, a popsicle over at the snack stand. We're gonna have to try that at some point. It gets really hot during the summer. This is gonna be the perfect area to get some treats to cool off. And kids love ice cream. We rode this a lot the other day. We'll be back. It's a walk on right now. It's actually pretty quiet during the Pasadena preview today. We're gonna head over and check out some of the stuff in the Kung Fu Panda area, see how it's improved since our last visit. I think all the water features seem to be working today, and the gong is somewhat fixed. So we're gonna go check this out. Half of the splash pad was working here, except for this little structure over here, which is now working. So yeah. Got water buckets here. You can actually pull some of the buckets too, and then you can interact. So you pull the ropes, they fall down, and then we have a nozzle you can spray from the front as well. I'm getting splashed from the little nozzle on the floor, but anyways, if you pull the rope here, try not to get soaked, the nozzle sprays out from the front, so that's really cool. And I am cooling off, even though my socks are getting wet, but it does feel good. And these little spinning things over here, you get a nice group. You can spin them really fast. It's actually a really fun time. Last time we were here, some of the water features were working, some of them weren't, and then they had to repair some of them throughout the day. So we're gonna see how they're working today. Over here, you can rotate the thing and the fan spins to dry off the wet clothes. And I thought this had water come out, but this is actually really fun to spin. They have two of them because they have a clothesline and you can wet them on the other side. The theming here is crazy too. Since you touch a lot of stuff in the land, I love how we have plenty of hand sanitizer. Over here, we got the dump buckets working, the small ones. There's actually a big one up there that's not turned on quite yet. So these are working. These blasters were working the other day. As you can see, they're still working today. You can push it down and you can like wet the clothes. It's really fun. It's actually pretty fun. The dump buckets were working the other day, but something that wasn't working are these fan things. I think they changed the nozzle on them. They actually, they're not working temporarily, it looks like. You can't rotate them. I guess you could spin them faster, but right now that's not the case. It looks like there's a rope over here. We're trying not to get super soaked. There's a lot going on over here. You can get drenched. Pull the rope. I don't know if anything. Oh, it jumps that bucket over there, I think. Or it pours more water in there. It's pretty cool. This whole area is a perfect way to cool off though in the summer heat. I feel nice and cooled off. Over here you have a nice area to cool off with these giant fans, and you can interact with Poe. It's part of Poe Live. It's like an interactive show. And we saw it the other day. One of the actors, I don't know if he did as good of an impression, so I'm hoping we have a different person portraying Poe today. And maybe a different storyline. Can't wait to see it. Theming in here is really fun. There's still the upstairs, but you can't access it. But it would be cool if they expand this into additional viewing spots or additional seating. They have some benches along the side so you can just hang out and avoid the sun. Poe is a little shy today, so he might not be out for a bit. We'll check back up on him a little bit later. Something I like about the Kung Fu Panda area is not only do you have a wet area over there, but you have a whole dry play area. So no matter how you want to play in the area, you can do it either way or both. And we're gonna pull the gong, and it looks like they changed the rope up a little bit. They fixed it, and yeah, the gong hammer is still missing from the top though. Hopefully it returns. So if you pull the gong over here, one of the Easter eggs that they have is well, it's hard to pull, but it'll make a gong sound. It's actually a little easier to pull. So it makes sounds, and then eventually you can get an elephant sound to come out, which is a tribute to Curious George. Let's keep pulling for it. Get a random one there. And the ground below you also shakes when you ring it. Sometimes it just makes these fun random sounds, and one of them's an elephant. But yeah, really fun. Yeah, the floor vibrates when you hit it, so it really feels like that gong. You're really actually feeling the sound, even though it's coming from an audio. But there's some water features here, and yeah, it plays animal sounds from the Curious George. Not if I ran the zoo, that's at the other park, but they have the Curious George circus stuff with the animals. So I'm pretty sure it played like a horse sound, an elephant. That's all a reference to Curious George. Oh yeah, this Poe sounds exactly like the actor.
Did you wait for this?
Alright, that guy is really good. Definitely a better actor than what we had the other day. We only caught the tail end of the show though. They actually have a convenient little water station here. You can put your cup here and then fill it, and it fills the cup. So that's pretty cool. This is super fun. The Mama Luna Feline Fiesta over here. You can interact with different screens. And it's really cool. The cats go crazy. We have an Easter egg in this room too. Definitely watch my Easter egg video to find out where it is. Over here, we're about to head into the show. They're about to load up for it. Then we're gonna ride the roller coaster. They also have this little playground. We're not gonna film most of the show, but we gotta get into our HHN updates for you guys. It's crazy, it's so quiet here compared to the other day. I thought it'd be busier for pass holder previews, and it's probably gonna get way busier later, to be honest. Shows in 10 minutes, we're gonna head right in. Okay, this crowd is nothing compared to the last time. We're gonna pick a new seat today and watch it from a different angle. We think we found the perfect seating last time we were here. Yeah. They have a little pre-show going before the show. This wasn't here the other day. The back view down there is pretty much your best seat. We've seen it twice over this. We're gonna watch it from this angle now. You can see stuff on this screen. There's a lot of stuff that happens.
We have adventures when we were younger. It turns out Zane is actually having a hard time using his imagination now. So I thought bringing him out here might re-spark something inside of him. Maybe we can help set his imagination free. Can you all help my friend find his imagination again? Are you all ready to play and have a good time with us today?
Amora!
Oh, here he comes.
Amora! Where are you? I think I'm lost.
You're not lost, Zane. Just follow my voice. I'm right through these trees.
Wow! We haven't been here in ages!
See, Zane, I told you. This is the place.
I can't believe you can still find our favorite spot where we used to hang out. Looks like lots of people know about our spot now.
I can't believe you ever doubted me.
Never
climb those stairs.
Oh yeah, the princess will be up the stairs in the highest room in the tallest tower. Shrek, Donkey!
Yo, Laura, what are you doing?
Zane, I think we are actually in the story of Shrek. Remember when we used to watch this all the time?
Wait a minute. Are you Princess Fiona?
Oh, no.
I'm not the princess.
Let me ask you a question. Do you like parfait?
Of course I do.
See, I told you. Everybody like parfait.
We don't have time for this.
Oh, what's that noise?
That's right. Shrek, you need to go save the princess. Donkey, you need to distract the dragon.
Excuse me?
She's right. That's the sound of a dragon!
Ooh, what large teeth you have. Do I detect a hint of minty freshness?
It's okay, Donkey. You just need to be brave.
I just need to be brave. I just need to be brave.
Zane, what happens next in the story?
Right. This is where you and the dragon fall in love.
What?
She's a girl dragon.
A girl dragon? Oh, of course you're a girl dragon. Cause you're just reeking of feminine beauty.
Ooh, he's doing it.
What's the matter? You got something in your eye?
We did it! They're falling in love! Whoa! It's Shrek's swamp!
That's a nice boulder.
Where Shrek and Fiona get married!
Where Donkey and Dragon have lots of babies.
I was hoping this would be a happy ending. Quick question. Is this someone standing behind me?
Not a trace.
I'm down in my mind.
I'm in love.
I'm a believer.
Believe her if I try. Then I saw her face.
Now I'm a believer.
Not a trace.
That one's starting to look like something.
Is it?
It's Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda. And look, it's Pow!
Whoa! Where am I?
Zane, I think we're in the spirit realm with Poe.
I remember this one. This is where you talk to Master Oogway about your destiny.
Dragon Warrior.
Master Oogway?
On the first day we met, I saw the future of Kung Fu. And the past, I saw the panda who could unite them both. That is why I chose you, Poe. Both sides of the yin and yang. And my true successor.
I think the Staff of Wisdom is for you.
I can't take that. I mean, you're enlightened and everything, Master Oogway.
Poe, just be true to yourself.
Me? I'm just...
You. You're just you.
Oh. Now what do we do?
Now we celebrate. Master of Night. And you hear my voice is done. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Put on the right side. My power's turned on. Right now I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I still got a life I left to live. You're so good at finding things in the clouds. Everyone can see it but me.
But you can, I know you can.
It's gone, Laura. Whatever imagination I had left is just gone. I see it. It's Poppy from Trolls.
Poppy? Branch? What are you doing here?
heard you singing.
Which immediately made us suspicious of nefarious activity within the area.
That's not true.
Sorry, but I'm always on the lookout for ne'er-do-wells.
Branch, these are our friends. And anything is possible when you have your friends around. Zane, think about what you did with your imagination today. You taught Donkey to be brave, right, Mr. Dinkles? You taught Poe to be true to himself.
And I couldn't have done it without all of you. Always happy to help. You know what they say, Branch? Teamwork makes
The dream happened.
Oh, Branch. Close enough.
What are you doing here?
I think I see something in the clouds. Is it a king? I've got the crown. Very nice one. It's here on my head, on the top. Look at it.
What do you all see in the clouds?
I see me. It's all me. Oh, look how beautiful. I'm amazing.
All right, everybody, dance with us. Get out the feeling. Get out the feeling. Get out the feeling. Thank you so much for joining us and all our DreamWorks friends today.
Join us in the clouds anytime. All you have to do is use your imagination. Bye, everybody!
Just got out of the show. I filmed the whole video. We could post that separately, but we probably just shared a clip for you guys. Like I said, if you want to see an in-depth look at all that, make sure you check out our other DreamWorks area, our other video from the land earlier in the week. We're about to hop on roller coaster, hop on for a little bit, and then we're gonna be heading around, show you guys some HHN stuff. This ride is super fun. It's a re-theme of Woody Woodpecker, but it's just a really fun ride. We obviously cannot film on the Universal attractions, and I saw people working on the photos today. Something different about this ride compared to Woody Woodpecker is that we have on-ride photos now. Obviously they're not doing them today, but it's really neat. We're not gonna see Poe's show today, although he's a really good actor. But yeah, these lights are on in the Panda Village now. I don't know if they were on before. We are heading out of the DreamWorks land, and we're gonna go over to talk about some Halloween Horror Nights stuff around the park. Also, if you want to see this show, get here really early before the show starts. This show fills up really quick. Not right now because it's past all the previews, but during team member previews with a +1, we were invited as a guest. it was getting busy really fast. Finally just saw the tree trunk squirting water out. I haven't seen that until now. So hopefully we can catch it again. I think it just randomly goes off on its own. There they're going again. It's starting to spray. Yeah, so the tree trunk's squirting now, and the floor has like splash pad things. I didn't see that the other day. So all the water features are actually working, which wasn't the case the other day. So I'm really glad to see that. This land is amazing, and I think I bump up my ranking to possibly an 8.5 out of 10. It's still definitely an 8 out of 10. Dude is balancing his like food on top of his head. That's crazy. Anyways, this video is definitely very it's a very juxtaposed video between having the kids area and then talking about HHN. Very opposite sides, but we're about to talk about everything that Horror Nights has announced this week. They've been going crazy with the announcements. We've had 6 original houses announced so far. Only 4 left, and we're assuming those 4 are going to be IP houses based on movies, video games, any properties like that. Original houses are houses that Universal themselves create. They have a team, they come up with ideas, and they literally turn their own ideas into a house. And some of them, one of them especially that we're going to talk about, sounds like a spin-off of some kind of property, but it's not. It's their own concept they're turning into a house. So let's just dive right into it for you guys. We usually go all around the park, but we're going to stay in this front half because we're just going to talk about this, and then we're going to be heading out. So SeaWorld is starting a lot of stuff for an event today as well. And then we're also got to go to Disney Springs today for an event. They're doing the new drone show. So if those sound really cool to you guys, Electric Ocean Fireworks at SeaWorld, drone show at Disney Springs, definitely subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on lots of awesome content from Orlando. And we even be doing a lot of Epic Universe construction, really cool stuff like that. We're gonna have the Parade and Lagoon show pretty soon at Universal as well. Universal gonna have 600 drones in their show. So if that interests you, definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on some amazing content. Very bright out here right now, but our first announcement happened last Friday, 1 week ago, during the Spooky Empire panel, which was hosted by a lot of people. It was hosted by Spooky Empire, but had a panel with a lot of the creative minds behind Halloween Horror Nights. So they announced Slaughter Cinema 2 is going to be at the event this year. Slaughter Cinema was a house we had in 2018. It was the tent house, and basically the whole theme behind it was take these cheesy B movies from the 80s that they designed, these like mini horror movies, and you're entering the cinema. You're going to walk through each of these films that they created. So it's just a really cool concept, and it was a really fun house, but also pretty scary. So basically the official description Halloween Horror Nights gave for this house is that, well, they also put out like little concept arts for each of the logos for the house. But it says, if you're dying for a B-movie horror marathon, head to the Cary Drive-In, screen through scenes from creature features, grindhouse gore, spaghetti westerns, and more. So, like I said, it's a lot of the B-movies, like from the 80s and stuff. And they make their own like concepts for a bunch of different rooms. And one of the rooms in the last Slaughter Cinema, this was an amazing house by the way, but it had Yetis, and then they took the Yetis and turned that into like actual houses like the following years. So that they can take concepts from this house if they're really successful and make them into their own houses in the future. So that's really neat. The next house they announced is Goblin's Feast. Welcome to the Goblin's Feast Tavern, and visit the Goblin Village where a lavish feast is being prepared for goblins, orcs, hobgoblins, and witches. You're the main course. So I'm excited for this house. It gives off vibes that it could be like Wicked Growth related, but I heard that's not really the case for this one. But it sounds like a very interesting house, and I really don't know what to expect with it. So we're gonna find out, hoping for an amazing facade with that. And yeah, we're gonna go on to the next house, which is Major Sweets Candy Factory. And this is a continuation, it's actually a prequel to the Scare Zone we had 2 years ago in the New York area of the park, where we had the Sweet Revenge and all the kids ate the candy and they turned evil and tried to kill everyone. So this is the Major Sweets Candy Factory. So you've even been invited to chaperone a field trip to a candy factory. The deadly delicious treats turn the kids into sugar-fueled fiends. And this is gonna be the whole factory theme, so I like where they're going with this. And it sounds like it's similar to like what do you call it? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. it's a little bit different. It's like Universal's version of that. I had a bug flying in my face, but over here you can actually see a tent for Halloween Horror Nights. They've started construction, and what I'm hearing is that this house is gonna have a different layout than it typically does for most Halloween Horror Nights. This used this location the years past, but it's gonna be a little bit different this year. And this could possibly be the location of Sweet Revenge. Not quite sure though. Universal's not officially announced it quite yet. We'll know closer to the event though. We have 3 more houses that Universal has officially announced for originals. This one I'm really excited for. It's called the Museum Deadly Exhibit. It says you decide to visit the new folklore museum exhibit, The Rotting Stone, when an evil escapes from within, destroying everything in its path. So this gives off Night of the Museum vibes, and that movie has like a lot of different like exhibits in the museum. You got like dinosaurs, you got like Egyptian stuff, things like that. And if they have sets like that in the house, it's gonna be amazing. And I mean that's what I'm expecting. It's gonna be really cool. I don't know where they're gonna put in this like rotting stone thing. It's probably like one of the display things at an exhibit. But I'm just super hyped for this house because this house has so much potential, so many different ideas they could play with this house. So I can't wait for this one. Our 5th house that was announced is Monstros, the Monsters of Latin America. It says with La Muerte as your guide, you'll be begging for piedad from these 3 terrifying legends. I don't know if I'm gonna pronounce this right, but Tlapuchi, La Lechuza, and El Cibon. And I'm gonna try not to speak, get swamped by the music here for copyright. Every year Universal has a Universal Monsters house, and this is not the Universal Monsters house because that is technically an IP house. They're based off the movies. This is an original house. So because we get a Monsters house every year, we might actually get another like Monsters house this year in addition to Monstros. 2 different things. They're not the same kind of thing. Monstros is actually an original house that HHN in California, Hollywood, they had that house last year, Monstros. So I'm excited to see how our take on the house is gonna be, if it's gonna be very similar with some of the same characters. Maybe it'll have new concepts, new scares. I don't know yet. We're gonna find out, but I've heard it's a very good house, at least what they had. And usually our houses are better than the ones in California, so I'm really hyped for this one. Lastly, this morning we got one final house announcement for the originals. Usually they have about 5 originals, 5 IPs. We got a 6th original, so I think they're gonna be done with the original houses. We don't know for sure, but usually they have 10 houses total. So if they only have 4 movie properties, that sounds about right. I don't think they're gonna have a 7th original. This one is called Triplets of Terror. This concept sounds very interesting, but the description is, you're invited to the Barmy Triplets birthday bash, but beware, they celebrate by recreating their family's murders. Prepare for a gory gathering. So we're gonna see how this house is. Sounds very interesting. Definitely a different kind of concept that I've ever heard of before. And yeah, I don't really know what to expect with it. It could be really good. Maybe it's not. But we're gonna find out. And that's all the Universal's announced so far. But that's 6 houses already. We only have 4 more. We might get one next month probably. So we will keep you posted as we hear more. And as the event gets closer, these houses aren't even on the website yet. So as the event gets closer, they'll put out like the locations of the house and more of an in-depth description for each house. So we'll probably learn a little bit more about each of them before we actually get to experience the house. Typically I ride VillainCon, but since I have a lot of stuff to film, I'm on the way out of the park right now. So that's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, we did a lot today. We showed you guys some of the DreamWorks stuff. If you want a more in-depth look, we have a more in-depth video on that from the other day. Then we discussed all the HHN stuff, and we gave you a little sneak peek of some HHN construction going on. So there's a lot going on here this summer, and we have a lot of new other things happening this summer. The tribute store also opened, and we showed you that as well. But there's a lot going on here, and a lot going on with HHN. This whole week they've been announcing stuff. I think they're gonna have a little break, and then probably next month they'll keep announcing. But yeah, if you're excited for any of those original houses, or if you have any ideas about what those are about, definitely let me know in the comments, so start a conversation with other people. Let's see what you guys think. Put some of your predictions down, and on opening night we'll see if those are accurate. So you never know what we're gonna see. Yeah, Slaughter Cinema, during the panel that they had, they actually showcased one of the characters as well from Slaughter Cinema this year, so that's pretty interesting. We've seen all that on social media, so make sure you guys check out my social media pages in the description. You can also find me on all the social media sites, with the handle at Ethan Hershoff. So that's going to be like TikTok, Threads, Instagram, and Twitter. Also on Instagram at Florida Theme Park Pics. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.